Good afternoon, everyone. Inner freedom as a path to spirituality. What is spirituality? It's connection to spirit, connection to the soul. And I believe that our core being, who we are, is that. We are spirit. We are the connection to the soul. And we only have problems connecting there when we have beliefs that are decreasing the connection inside. And these beliefs are connected to fear. There are two big fears we have as human beings. The first one is we are unworthy of love. The second fear that we have is that we will not be able to get what we would love. And those two fears create beliefs. Just before I came here in Canada right now, it's Christmas time. And I had a client of mine telling me that for her, Christmas had been really fun until she was 9 years old. And in Canada, Christmas is really connected to Santa Claus. If you're a good little girl, good things happen to you, you have lots of presents. And if you're a bad little girl, then you won't get presents. And so Christmas was something she really had fun having until she was 9 years old and her grandfather was about to pass away, and he was her favorite grandfather. He was one that spoiled her and made her feel special. And her parents announced to her that once Grandpa would die, they were not going to celebrate Christmas anymore because they wanted to change religion. And this was a huge trauma for my client. She remembered going back to school after the holidays and the little kids asking her, "So what did you get?" And she would say nothing. And then she would see the face of her friends and they were like, whoa. And she started to feel that she was ashamed of herself, actually. Increased her self-esteem, feeling that something was wrong with her, for her not to be able to celebrate Christmas anymore. What's interesting is if she had been born here in India, she would have not had this belief. So beliefs are created from the wrong thinking. What's important to really know is that we don't manifest what we want in life. We manifest what we believe. We are co-creators, and when we have the ability to connect with the source, with our inner core, we can manifest a life that's really fulfilling. But when we have beliefs that are taking us into tangents, it's hard to connect and know what to do next. I don't know if you know this, but right now, as I'm speaking with you and you're connecting with me, we are exchanging about 40 bits of information per second. And subconsciously, about 11 million. So there's a whole world living inside of you. And what happens is these beliefs that you have created can actually hold you back. And I wish I could show you the You've heard of conditioned reflex, you've heard of Pavlovian reflexes. There are methods that you can use to help you remove these beliefs. I have created one, it's called the Inner Freedom Method, and I would love to share it with you, but I don't have time. I don't have the time to present it to you today. But I want to give you 3 clues that you have your subconscious mind working against you that's going to prevent you from creating the love, the life and the love that you would like to have in your life. One clue is that you know what you want to do, but you're not doing it, the famous procrastination. The second one is, you know what needs to be done, you're doing it, but it feels like a huge struggle. The third clue that you have an inner conflict is that you know what needs to be done, you're doing it, but you're getting the opposite results. Why? Because our subconscious mind is there to protect us. And if your limbic system has associated more pain than pleasure to something that you would like to have consciously, you won't be able to have it. For example, if while you were growing up and you saw your parents fighting, or maybe the way it felt painful, you might have associated in the back of your mind that love is dangerous. And that's not true. Love is not dangerous. It's the safest thing that you can have. But because we have emotions, they take us on tangents, and we end up thinking that we are being guided by our heart, but in fact it's just a reaction to the past which prevents us from being connected to our higher self. As human beings, we live our life through three main modes. We live our life through our mind, through our emotions, and through our heart. We have access to heaven every time we're in our heart. You do not have to die to go to heaven. You just need to have gratitude. Gratitude makes you feel loved. Gratitude makes you feel safe. Gratitude makes you connected and feeling one with everybody. But we have emotions. For me, love is not an emotion. Love is our state of being. It is who we are inside. It is our essence. But we experience emotions when we see more pain than pleasure, or more pleasure than pain in a situation. If you see more pain, pleasure, experience elation, infatuation, a big high. And when you see more pain than pleasure in a situation, you will feel depression and you feel a big low. And when we were watching our parents going through the evolutionary process, they were actually learning about love. What we have associated with love is actually just emotions. As human beings, we can also live our life through our mind. And a mind can be a beautiful thing. It's revered. If you're smart, you can have access to high degree of education and careers, and you'll be respected. But it's also sometimes a white ivory tower where it's dangerous to be standing there, because I've had clients that were really successful people, but very connected to their mind without the connection to their heart. And when something happened that's emotional, they're not equipped to deal with it and they crash. So it is very important to be connected in the heart. It is the protection that we can use to navigate through life and experience heaven on earth. In 1988, I faced a huge challenge. My sister was getting married, and 3 weeks before the wedding, my father was diagnosed with terminal cancer. 3 weeks later, my 21-year-old brother died in a car accident, and my 8-year relationship ended. So all of this within a month of each other. And it was one of the most painful experiences of my life. But because of that pain, I had to stop, and I had to go within myself. That moment was actually the blessing that came in my life, because before that I had a pretty successful life. I was a competitive rower, Canadian champion. I had a great chiropractic clientele, and I had a great relationship, and everything in my life seems to be going well, but I was not feeling fulfilled. And when this happened, I had to stop, and I had to go within myself and ask myself, what's the meaning of life? If you do not know when you're going to die, how do you want to live life so that you have no regrets when you maybe circle or around a full wavelength? And I realized that the ancient knew what they were doing when they created this symbol. We know that everything in the universe ultimately is electric. to search for pleasure, the more life is going to be, from the beginning to the end, as much pleasure as it is pain. When I had this experience, when I ended up being able to use the pain, like this pain of my life, this pain where I was shaken to the core, and I was able to stop and use it to my advantage, change the course of my life. I am here standing in front of you today because at that moment when I got this experience within my heart through gratitude, at that moment I decided, oh, this is amazing. A few hours ago, I felt I had a broken heart, and now I feel such gratitude and such connection with God, with the universe, feeling one. That I decided in 1989 that I was going to help heal the hearts of millions of people. And here I am in front of you today it's on my path. It's part of the message I've been wanting to give for so many years. And I'm not special. I'm telling you this story because the source of human suffering is the search for pleasure without challenges. The source of human suffering is the search for pleasure without challenges. What we need to be able to do is, can you put the next slide? This is the logo from my Center for Heart Living in Toronto, and I love the logo. It has the heart and it has the yin and the yang inside, and I love it for what it represents. I have people that come to see me because they want to be living successful lives. I've even worked with famous Hollywood actors, big names, people who have huge fans and millions of dollars and private jets, but they still, even though you may have everything on the outside, even though you may think that what the world wants you to get, you can still feel empty unless you have the connection to the heart. And the connection to the heart comes with gratitude. It's the key ingredient. And why it's so important is because every time that you are grateful, at that moment, you feel loved. And when you feel loved, you increase your self-worth. And when you increase your self-worth, everything becomes possible. When you know you're worthy of love, you're connected with the essence of who you really are. And then life that's in line with this is what true success is. So to have inner freedom, what we need to do is we need to know that we are worthy of love. And you need to be like a dog after a bone. You need to do whatever it takes. Every time you hear the little voice telling you, oh, not you, or that's stupid, or you're stupid, or you can't have these things, you need to stop, and you need to make sure that you look at why you're saying this. And you need to find, in whatever thing that you're facing that's a challenge, you need to find, how is this helping me? You need to take the time to go back in the traumatic events of your life and find out which bliss thing came out of it. I'm going to tell you a story. It's a corny story, but it's the perfect little corny story. It's the story of the scientist that observes a butterfly coming out of a cocoon. It's a huge struggle. And the scientists feel sorry for the butterflies and decides, instead of watching the poor butterfly struggle, what I'm going to do is cut the cocoon open. But because he does that, the butterfly has nothing to push against, and its wings are too weak, and it can never fly. And each one of us, the time, we can go and look at these moments that we thought were unfair, that were painful, that maybe we wish never happened, but since they have happened, the best way to increase in our worth is to take the time to get the blessings that came from it. Some of these stories you will know consciously, and some of these stories you will not know. They are part of your subconscious mind. And if I had time right now, I could actually take a whole bunch of people on stage and muscle test you and show to you that probably 99% of the population has the belief that they're not worthy of love. And that is my message. This is why I take the time to do this, because I work one-on-one with so many people, and I created a method called the Inner Freedom Method to help people find and dissolve this point in time where they got the illusion that they were unworthy. And the reason we are so sensitive to this is because as spiritual beings we come into matter, and right from the beginning love has to come from the outside. And because love can never come the way we want it, when we want it all the time, we end up just like the story about Santa Claus. We end up thinking that we are unworthy of love, which disconnects us from spirit, which disconnects us from the soul, which prevents us from living an amazing life. And then we start looking around. The other day I was in a breakout session, and I heard this woman say, I grew up with parents that really loved me, but still sometimes I feel empty inside. I feel something is missing. And I guarantee you that that moment where you feel something is missing, when you feel a void inside of you, it's one illusion that got stored inside of you that's preventing you from knowing that you're worthy of love. The next thing we need to do is listen to our essence, to our dreams and aspirations. Within each one of us, there is a perfect design. There's a perfect mission that you have, and that mission comes from the struggles you've experienced in life. As human beings, we can have two stages of life. Not everybody gets to the second stage. I heard people speak about awakening this morning. For me, the awakening process, the conscious process, is when we leave the unconscious phase of life where we're reacting because we didn't get love from the outside the way we wanted to have it. We little reactionary beings. We run away from pain towards pleasure. We use our ego to either be like our parents or prove them wrong. And then we have these conditioned responses that just are guiding us all around the place until a moment in our life where something often painful happens. Like the story I told you about what happened with me. Or sometimes it's pleasure. We get to meet someone, a guru, someone like this, that inspires us. The danger with finding gurus, you have to be really careful, is that a guru is being authentic to their mission, to their purpose, and trying to copy someone because they have fulfillment, because they're doing their work, is dangerous, because you can start doing somebody else's dreams and aspirations. So it is good to have teachers, it is good to listen to what they give us, but ultimately it has to come from within our own heart, so we're not guided on the path that's away from our own heart, our own soul. And you know that something is in line with your heart and soul when you feel grateful, when you're not doing things because you should be doing them. You do them because you love doing them. So the inner freedom is to know that you're worthy of love, listening to your essence, using your talents to bring them into the world, taking action steps so that you can feel fulfilled in your life. If you do this, I guarantee you there will be no emptiness. And I'd like to give you a trick that I give to my clients that really works. If you use this trick for the rest of your life, you're really going to transform your life. And the trick is the following. In whatever situation you face, say to yourself, since I am worthy of love, why is this happening? Since I am worthy of love, why is this happening? Let's say you're with a friend and the friend says to you, you're mean or you're not doing it right. You can start with, since I'm worthy of love, is that true? maybe they're right. Maybe I need to learn from what my friend is telling me right now. Or maybe since I'm worthy of love, I think it's just my friend is I think it's just that my friend is cranky right now. Maybe they had a bad day and they're putting it on me. Or if you're facing a challenge, you ask yourself, how is this challenge is helping me since I am worthy of love? Since I'm worthy of love, I'm not going to get stuck in the pleasure. I'm going to use the pleasure and the challenges to my advantage to bring the best out of myself. And to end my talk, I want to leave you with a little story. Once, I was in my home, and I had these beautiful little white flowers. I didn't even know the name of these flowers, and I leaned over, and the perfume was exquisite. The essence of this flower was like, wow. It was like the perfect sunset, the perfect music, the perfect dance. It was like a moment in time, and I thought, I don't even know the name of this little flower. And everywhere around the world, people know the name of a rose. But if this little flower didn't have the pride to bring out of itself this essence, this perfume, I would never have had this moment. And each one of us here, each one of us has a mission, has something that if you actually pay attention to your essence, you'll be able to use your talents, you're going to be able to use the interest that often came from the pain that was given to you. It's actually how you heal yourself. You take the time to look at all the things that came out, the talents, the inspiration, the expertise in your life, then you realize that this has a purpose. And through using all of this, you then serve the world the best that you can do. And when you do this, you experience gratitude. And when we have gratitude, we feel love. When we feel love in our heart, when we feel in our heart, we feel at one. And this is how we can change the world. Thank you.
Everybody, namaste, om shanti. And before starting, we would really like to express our heartfelt thank you for Mr. Dr. Uganda and Mr. Sri Karthikeyan for organizing all this amazing event that will be for sure a big milestone in changing this world.
And we would like also really to say thank you to all the volunteers, all these young people that have done so much for all us. And they are the future of this planet, so really thank you for your concrete help.
Well, we are here to share a very interesting experimentation with you.
Well, first of all, this experimentation comes from Damanur. Damanur is a federation of spiritual communities located in northern Italy, where lives almost 600 people. Our aim is to create a new society based on spiritual and human values, solidarity. We believe that also a small group of people can really change the world with many others, as we are learning from this beautiful spiritual parliament.
And you might have asked yourself also about our names, because her name is Formica Coriandolo. Formica in Italian means and coriander. And my name is Macaco, which is a monkey, and Tamerice, which is, no, don't put it on yet. And my name is Macaco, the monkey, and Tamerice, which is a plant. So this is because in Damanur we really like to play on one hand. So we are a spiritual community. So a spiritual community inside a spiritual path, very often people find the necessity to change their names in order to get rid of all the old overstructures and things and to start from fresh. And so did we, but we also wanted to really express our closeness to nature. And so this is why we have chosen to take animal names and plant names.
we are really very simple people. We think that all us, we can become artists and researchers. This is why we are here presenting you one of those researches that we carry on in Denmark. We make many kinds of researches. Denmark is an ecological community. Community for us is a spiritual commitment because we believe that human being and a human being can reach, in his or her spiritual path if we don't respect the life in all its forms.
And here we are to show you, to share with you this experimentation. But before we want to make you listen to the music of plants, I mean, you might ask yourself, music of plants, is that true? Are plants really able to make music? And we say, yes. And we will hopefully be able to show you, because the plants are living beings. And sometimes they play with us, and sometimes maybe they listen, maybe they don't feel like, and they don't do. Before the plant was playing, so I hope now she's going to do the same thing. But before we want you to listen to the music of the plants, I want to explain you how this whole thing works. So here we have sensors. We have one sensor that is on the leaf, and one sensor that is close to the roots. And this stimulus, which is an this sensor, what do they measure? They measure the electric conductivity on the leaf, between the leaf and the roots. All this experimentation took their idea of feedback. I don't know whether you're familiar with biofeedback. It was very, very popular in the 80s and in the 90s, when you would relax yourself and you would learn how to relax yourself by making this device measuring the electric conductivity on your skin. And so we thought, why don't we use the same idea to enter in contact with the world of vegetables, with the world of plants? And it showed that it worked. So this detects actually the electric activity and the electric conductivity between the leaf and the root. And this electric stimulus goes into this device that transverts the electric stimulus into a MIDI stimulus. You know that the MIDI signal is the signal through which you can hear music. And so it goes into the sound generator, and the sound generator has many sounds inside. And so it's what you're going to hear now, and now is the music of the plant. The plant is choosing the notes.
You can see if I touch her, she reacts more.
Now, in here it is dark, and now for her, for the plant, it would be day. So that she's missing, the plant is missing a little bit of sun. But maybe we can contribute to her well-being by giving her a little bit of water.
Plants has feelings, emotion as us. So they can really perceive and react in a very similar way as we do. So when we approach, when we have a contact with the plants, imagine to start speaking with someone that you don't know. So you have to be really delicate. And maybe sometimes we are not used to think as plants as really intelligent beings, but they are. And through this research, we have really discovered how much sensitive they are. And now, just to, please, just a little bit. Just to show you that it's really the plant that is singing and is not a record. I will take away the sensor, so you will hear the last note, the echo of the last note, but the sound will stop.
Now, actually, she will put on the leaf again, and sometimes it takes a little while before the device is able to detect the signal of the plant again, so maybe we don't hear music immediately again. And just to show you, tell you some things how we arrived at playing music with plants, because we have made many different experiments before arriving at the idea to make music. So one of the experiments was very simple with a switch on, switch off system, and there was a plant that was put in the place in the room of this owner, and the owner linked the plant to a device that could open and close the door, so like a security system. So the plant would open the door only to the owner, and then it would close the door behind him. But there was something very curious around this, because the plant would always open the door when the owner came, but when the owner was angry or was not in a good mood, we don't know why. Whether the plant did not recognize the person, whether she did not like this kind of emotion, we don't know why. It's just, or everything is just an interpretation. But for sure, open the door.
Another experimentation we did in the past was to put the plant in a cart with the possibility to drive through the same system of biofeedback, drive the cart in a different direction. And we discovered that in this experimentation we discovered how much fast they can learn, because in a few times the plant was able to go in the direction of the ray of sun, but very fast. So, if we don't know, we really don't know how it works. We are not scientists, and we cannot explain how is the intelligence of the plants, how it works. We don't know, but we are empirical researchers, and we love really to feel the sensitivity of the plants. So this is why this research is so meaningful for all of us. So, different experiences.
This is why this plant is staying here, like for all plants, like an example for all plants. And this is why I would like to guide you through meditation. When you think of a plant that is very, very close to your heart. Maybe a plant in your house, or a plant in your garden that you always take care of, or a plant that you have in your memory, maybe a tree that you planted when you were a child. Something that you really have a strong emotion with. Or if you don't have any of this, think of an ideal plant. And try to connect through this plant with your plant. We don't know yet where the nervous system of plants sits, because science was not able to find it. But we are sure they have something like a nervous system. So, connect with your memory, or with your plant at home, and see whether maybe your plant would like to send you a message. A message just for you. Is there a message to me? I hope everybody got a message, and if not, maybe the next time, and if not, it's good anyway. But I really hope that you were able to contact your plant and the world of the plants through this plant. And I would now like to invite you to say goodbye, to greet the plants, just like namaste, and to give a thank you to the plant. And now I would like to ask you to Marco Marisha, who is also a professional jazz singer, to play with the band. And so you can, this part today is really quiet. We had some tests in past days, and she was really brilliant, really. But now her moment is more quiet, so we will see how she will react singing with her. To see the interaction between the human musician and the plant musician. Anything more I want you to play? So you see, sometimes the plant hits the same notes as the singer, and sometimes the singer goes behind the plant. Really a very deep experience.
And now we would like to invite you to come and sing with the plant, all the musicians, all the singer, all the people that would like to test, because this is important, an important experience that is for you. So if you really like, you could come and have this contact and really feel how much they answer to us, to our feelings. You are all invited to come. Don't be shy.
Are you in the room? Okay, please. one knows. It is not dance, history, full of magic sounds. So friends, listen to this. When they read what we have, they really come out a long time. This mantra is cure for cardiovascular disease, and I am working on cancer patients for past 7 years with this mantra, chanting and OT, and I have got amazing results with medical college and hospitals.
I request everybody of you over here who is present for this world spirituality to at least chant this mantra once in a day or 7 times a day, so that you will get experience the God and you will get connected to the enlightenment state. Right? Thank you.
Thank you all. So, this is the moment where we conclude this experiment. I hope it opened a new world for you, and it contributes to feeling really the whole world as one big world. Say goodbye to the plant, and I will switch it off in the world. Difficulty switching around all these schedules. So I'm now going to continue to talk about in one part that we listening to Dharma. And as I said before, I will talk about personal transformation in the spiritual community. So our time ran very short because this workshop was supposed to be this morning and then it didn't work out, so we wanted to give it lots of time to the workshop. So I will be a little bit quicker with my presentation. A few words. I used to be a jazz singer before I came to live in Damanhur about 20 years ago, and I always measured my own spiritual evolution in how much I would feel free to be myself. I mean, really the level of feeling free to be myself. That was my measurement of my spiritual evolution. And so, when I got to know Damanhur at a certain point, I saw that this became so much quicker, and I was not yet living in the community. And then one day I was touring in Japan and had lots of success. And I was just coming from a television show, and when I came home that night, I had a very strong inspiration. It came clear to me that in this life I was not looking for success. I was looking for real things, with real people, for a spiritual approach to life, for something that had real values. And so I decided to go and live in Damanhur 20 years ago. But why is personal transformation so much linked to the spiritual community, or let's say, why can you not avoid to have a personal transformation in the community? It's because if we start from the assumption, and in Damanhur we start from the assumption that there is a divine spark inside, and that we are all part of a big force, it's all included into the big force, this one big energy that we are all part of. So this divine spark is a fractal of this big energy. And so also all the other people are fractals of this big energy. And they can reflect on us. They can reflect on us what we don't of ourselves. So this is why we decided inside Damanhur to live in community, because it winds up the processes in a very quick way. And so for example, if there's something that people don't like about you, or that they like a lot about you, but you just don't see that, if there are 2 or 3 people who will tell you, then for sure you must give them some attention. So things, community just gives you the possibility to really go into a quick process. And how do we do that in Damanhur? We do that in a way that, first of all, I want to give you a little concept of our concept of truth, which corresponds very much to what I've heard here, which is that truth is a crystal of millions of faces, and everybody holds one space. So, together with other people, we are to see a bit more of this crystal of truth. But if we were really like it, we would go inside and see it from all sides and see all the basics contemporarily. But as I'm personally not yet, so I try to take all the basics with all the other people and see as much as I can from the basic of truth. And this idea leads to another idea, which is to say that there is no such a thing as reality existing. Reality is an illusion. there's a quasi-reality, there's an almost reality. So, I have my reality, which derives from there's an event, and how I perceive the event depends on how, from my genetics, from where I grew up, from how I woke up that morning, from how whether I ate or whether I'm hungry. There are many, many factors that play into it. Whether I just have a not so nice conversation with somebody. And if I have had, let's say, with you, then of course I think that I'm right. But I must admit that you are right too. So the point, where is it? It is not to be right and wrong, to always stay into this duality. It's to go beyond, find a new paradigm, and look for the solution that works for the two of us. And that completely changes your approach to life. It can completely change your approach to life. And then we have together, and so living together in big families from 15 to 25 people, there's a net created, a net that gives you positive feedback, sometimes not so positive, but usually positive feedback, because it's very important to say the nice things. It's important to say the nice things to the people because it's them who make them, who give them the fuel to go on. And then of course it's important to know what you have to work, to have some working points. It's important to know that. But to always point the finger only on the working points is something that makes you feel small and not good. Instead, if you tell the people how good they are and what they can do and you really encourage them, you empower them, then they can stand up and become a much stronger individual and go on their personal path of transformation. Another thing that we have, I really have to wind up because I'm trying to put everything together very quickly, I'm sorry. But I hope I can still transmit to something of the things that we are doing. We have one tool that we call it.YOU, which does not have a translation, but which is a tool where we go, for example, where we make a program every 3 months, because, you know, it's so easy to think I'm going on my path, I'm more evolved than 3 months ago. But it's important to have an input that helps you to see this. So one thing that we do is that we make programs, very, very clear programs, on what we want to change, what we want to work about in these 3 months, and how we want to do this practically. That can be before I speak, I will breathe, I will count until 10, so that I don't just react, but that I will really think about what I'm saying. Or it can be I go to the gym because my body needs some movement. It can be any kind of things, but it will be really a program that you work on, and that you take a person like a tutor for, that you choose as a person to refer to, and that you talk at least twice a month, and that you see at what point you are. So all this then gives you the possibility to go in a very quick way on the path of personal transformation. And spirituality for us means really spirituality 24 hours a day. So for me it's not that I'm spiritual only when I pray, but it means that I'm spiritual whatever I do, that I put quality, that I put energy into what I do, and that I really give the attention, the due attention to what I'm doing and what I'm thinking as well. And with this, I leave the place to the next speaker. Thank you so much.
Today, with the great leadership of Dr. Uganda and Padmasri Karthikeyan, we are going to not have the speeches here. It is not end of the knowledge in this universe, it's end of action. It comes to action, it is not. And this whole history witness is what a great Yogi Purush are in this form and emanating so much energy there. And a Yogi who was sitting under the road falls on him and he hits the road, it
These are the photons came from the sun who have developed this star such great strength that strength has created and he is the butterfly of the sun. He does not get unconscious with seeing his own blood. I have seen watching the blood of others, the people in our nation he who not only preaches but practices by showing his even-minded. He who walks to the place where he can wash his head and his shishya, put the hand and it be tension and become weakly with the coordination ability of the whole body. Immediately he who does not want to take a four-wheeler, he takes his own two wheels under the sun, walks towards the center where his first aid can be done. He who, such a yogi, where he is not afraid of the pain it tells, he is walking to the spirit. The surgeon is afraid to wash the spirit, wash the study, but there is a investigation. And the wound can be so painful, the one who has a pain will only know the pain of that, but the yogic power which has come to the strength and power of the sun that goes on to it, it will not mince even on his face when I saw the spirit of his health. That is the yogic power which great personages who not only preaches but who practices yoga and practically shows us before we talk today that what we have to do in our life. The knowledge is not just enough in our life. It is too much. But we have little of it. All by uniting ourselves to greatest extent possible. The picture of we have how by coming again to God and take the strength from the sun, who says that for all can be irritated. And unfortunately, who was not supposed to come to the morning, to come to the afternoon, the God has left me to start such a great soul, my Nama.
Conferência de Defesa de hoje do seu Presidente saúda First World Parliamentary Spirit, nobre cidade His Holiness Padma Shri Dr. Kartikeyanji, os organizadores, Dr. Yogandaji, todas as santidades, Srimati Maya, presentes, oradores e todos os participantes, bem como as ilustres entidades oficiais.
The Yoga Portuguese Confederation and its president salute the First World Parliament on Spirituality, the noble city of Hyderabad, Sri Padma Dr. Kartikeyanji, the highly wealthy organizer Dr. Mukunda, all your wellnesses present, speakers, all the participants, as well as the illustrious official entities.
Convido-vos a imaginar o primeiro instante do universo. Aconteceu há 3,75 milhões de anos. E nesse instante mágico, tudo estava concentrado num ponto. Os melhores cientistas de hoje dizem que no momento da criação, a energia posta em jogo estelar, na velocidade em temperatura, era da ordem de 10 elevado a 42 graus Kelvin, algo colossal. E a dimensão desse ponto era de 10 elevado a menos 33 centímetros, o chamado comprimento plano, em homenagem a Max Planck, o genial físico alemão, sendo comparação diante do átomo muitíssimo maior, da ordem dos 10 elevado. E então tem-se elevado a 32 graus Kelvin, que é a mais alta temperatura possível de atingir este cosmos. E tem-se elevado a menos 32 centímetros, incrivelmente pequeno, é a menor dimensão possível deste livro.
I invite you to imagine the first instant of the universe. It happened 13.75 thousand of million years ago. In that magical instant, everything was concentrated in a single point. The best scientists of today tell us that at the moment of creation, the energy set at stake on that action manifested in temperature that was of 10 to the 32 Kelvin prime degrees. Something colossal, and the dimension of this point was of 10 to the minus 23 centimeters, called the Planck's length, as a tribute to Max Planck, the genius German physicist, being by comparison the atom's diameter much larger, in the order of the 10 to the minus 8 centimeters. So, 10 to the 32 Kelvin degrees is the highest temperature which is possible to reach in this cosmos, and 10 to the minus 20 is incredibly small, is the smallest possible dimension in this universe.
Dizem-se mais os cientistas de hoje, físicos partículas, astrofísicos e matemáticos. Antes de dizer, o tempo era imaginário, digo em linhas imaginárias. Como sabem, tem o quadrado sempre negativo. Tempo imaginário é como não há energia, e por isso o conceito de conhecimento existe. E neste estado, a universo existia já, mas sobre a forma de informação. Ou seja, o nosso universo foi programado fora dele, antes do Big Bang ou uma todas as constantes numéricas que estruturam e calibram o cosmos também provêm deste instante zero. Tudo isto lembra a distinção que encontramos nos sagrados shastras. O Sam, que significa número, faz de Purusha, e do seu propício e divino análise, a mentalização seguidora do Lila, do complexo, psíquico e criativo.
They tell us more, these top scientists of today, particle physicists, anthropophysicists, and mathematicians. Before the zero instant, time was imaginary, measured in imaginary numbers. Numbers, as you know, the square is always negative. Imaginary time, where there is no chronology, and therefore the aging does not exist. And in that state, the universe already existed, but in the form of information, which means that our universe was programmed outside of itself, before the Big Bang, or the Maha. And that all the numerical constants that structure and calibrate the cosmos also come from before the instance. All these remind us of the description we find in the sacred Shastra, the description that Sankhya, which means number, makes of Purusha, and of its highly potent divine manifesta, the mentalization which defines Lila, the complex creative design.
Continuamos a dizer os Einstein da atualidade. O tempo imaginário transforma-se em tempo complexo, que é o mistura do tempo imaginário com o nosso tempo real, na fase transitória, mesmo antes de nos conhecer para a criação, se concretiza numa raça de unidade inicial, esquematizada no código cosmológico dos irmãos Bogdanov, os maiores cientistas da atualidade. Esta fase transitória faz-nos também lembrar de uma outra cultura, traz consigo o reflexo de Purusha para este universo, reflexo esse que é a centelha do ser em nós, o nosso verdadeiro Deus.
They still tell us more today, that the imaginary time is transformed into complex time, which is a mixture of imaginary time with our real time. In the transitory phase, right before the zero instant that prepares the creation, that is concretized by the Maha initial singularity, that was depicted on the cosmological cone of the Bogdanov brothers, the biggest scientists of today, this transitory phase also reminds us of Mother Prakriti, who brings the reflection of Purusha to this universe, reflection which is the spark of the being in us, our true self.
Quer dizer, no instante da criação, todos se encontravam nessa partícula celeste em Mahabharata. Estrelas, avatares, luz, nós, todos os humanos, tudo que existe e tudo que virá a existir.
This means that at the instant of creation, everyone was found in that particle, seed, the Mahabharata, all the stars, avatars, gurus, us, all humans, all that exists and shall ever exist.
Pois veio a inflação cósmica, macro estendendo essa semente, formando o universo que Deus conhecemos. Mas na realidade, todos o nosso nível faz parte do plano de ser criador, que mandou a rachar. No início estivemos todos reunidos na Mahabharata.
Later came the cosmic inflection, macro expanding the seed, forming the universe as we know today. But in reality, we are only one. Our luminous self is part of the grand creator that commanded Mahashakti, and in the beginning we were all joined in the Mahabharata.
Vendo que sábios, somos então todos irmãos. E divinos, todos somos divinos. Os microcosmos foram produzidos à imagem e semelhança do macrocosmos criador. Isto deve refletir-se sobre toda a nossa existência. Devemos lembrar-nos constantemente e também agir de acordo com isso.
Seen by the eyes of the wise. We are therefore all brothers and divine. We are all divine because the microcosmos were produced at that image and likeness of the creator macrocosmos. This should be reflected upon all our existence. We should remind ourselves of that constantly and act accordingly.
O grande legado universal para o ter criado, que é o ser humano. O yoga é a prática do ser humano, da sabedoria, que é a guerra, mas não tem emoções. Poderosos, sábios e muito complexas técnicas de yoga, bem como os seus extraordinários resultados, são suspeitos para quem não recebeu em Paraná. O yoga pode ser um alto parar, sabe ainda.
The grand universal legacy for the small created, which is the human being. Yoga is the practice of the third millennium of the Satyuga, the age of Aquarius. But don't be illuded. The powerful, wise, and multi-complex yoga techniques, as well as its extraordinary results, are unknown for those who did not receive them in Parampara. The traditional yoga of Bharata, the wise India, and its constant practice can pierce the dense layers of the human being, which prevents one from seeing light and from savoring Nirvana Samadhi of the liberated. Yoga has the amazing power of enlightening humanity.
Yoga tem a potência de terminar com os factos valores da tua vida, fazer com o facto de lançar o amor pela vida e instituir a grande fraternidade humana.
Yoga has the potency to end the malefic values of the Kali Yuga, to make ahimsa triumph, the love for life, and to institute the grand human fraternity.
À luz destes princípios cósmicos humanos, propusemos em 2001 na ONU a criação do primeiro dia global, um antiprício solstício de junho de junho, um auspício cósmico no dia de luz, que vence a vida.
At the light of these human cosmic principles, we proposed in 2001 at the United Nations and at UNESCO the creation of the first Global Day, at the most ancient solstice of June 21st, a cosmic auspice, a day of light which defeats darkness.
Em 2011, dezembro, em abril, o lançamento das linhagens e dos grandes mestres foi proclamado neste ano de Lagadeira, um grande prêmio para a humanidade, para a Índia e para todos os santos mestres antepassados, pelo encantado lado do céu.
In 2011 December, in Bengal, the summit of the lineages and Grand Masters was proclaimed this World Yoga Day, a great moment to humanity and to India, and to all the ancestral holy masters who watch over the human brotherhood.
A solene proclamação da Cimeira Candalina, hoje apoiada pelas Maria dos Grandes Mestres, estão estabelecidos os princípios da prática global do yoga. Toda a humanidade deve perceber o yoga nos seus currículos, da educação e na formação das futuras gerações.
At the solemn proclamation of the Summit of Bengaluru, today, supported by the vast majority of the Grand Masters, are established the principles of the global practice of yoga, that all humanity should have yoga included in the education curriculum and in the training of the future generations.
Deve ser parado todo o derramamento de sangue, humano, dos animais, e liberar o corpo pela vida e pela sua conservação, respeito pelas árvores, pela água potável e pelos ecossistemas.
All human bloodshed should be stopped, and death of the animals, and the thought of life and of its conservation should reign, as well as the respect for the trees, for the drinking water, and for the ecosystems.
Mahaguru decidiu utilizar esse para ajudar a dar um benefício para a humanidade. Todos são convidados para se juntarem a este grandioso movimento mundial. O planeta Terra, Gaia, deve deixar de admitir a vida cósmica e poder continuar integrada, sem mais sobressaltos, na grande galáxia e no macrocosmos.
The Mahaguru decided to use the divine majesty to help open a bright future for humanity. All are summoned to join this grand world movement. The planet Earth, Gaia, should stop to attempt against cosmic harmony and to be able to continue being a part of the grand galaxy and of the cosmos without stopping.
Apelamos a este First World Parliamentary Spirit e seus organizadores que aqui proclamam o apoio a este primeiro global do solstício de junho como grande parte do mundo já o sabe.
Therefore, we appeal to this First World Parliament on Spirituality and to its organizers to proclaim here the support to this first global day on the solstice of June 21st, as the majority of the world has already done.
Mais importante do que a teoria seja a prática. A constante prática o yoga tem o poder de extrair o melhor de nós, de transmutar o ADN humano. O ADN humano não se desviava pelo fio saudável até hoje das gerações antigas. Quando este Parlamento vai tratar de encerrar o seu trabalho, na fulgurante presentação da solstício, a humanidade não pode continuar sob a sombra da pandemia. Tantos poderosos líderes espirituais anjos devem uns e o bem ativo neste planeta, dobrar de força e multiplicar o seu poder benéfico sobre toda a humanidade.
May the practice be more important than theory. The constant practice of yoga should reign, because yoga has the power to extract the very best in us and to transmute the human DNA, and that the human DNA may show its viability for the healthy future and with life of the next generations. When this Parliament of Hyderabad concludes its work on the 14th solstice meditation, humanity cannot remain under the shadow of the Kali Yuga. So many powerful spiritual leaders together, the light and the active goodness on this planet should double in strength and reinforce beneficial power upon all.
Cada um de nós, junto ao seu povo, deve lançar a boa nova, que uma nova era está a começar, e que todos podem acreditar na paz pessoal, interpessoal e mundial, inserida na grande paz cósmica. Cada pessoa deve saber que pode oferecer esta igualdade e solidariedade. Os sábios verdadeiros devem influenciar o mundo e liderar espiritualmente de forma visível. Cada um deve saber que tem vida de si, que deve ser feliz, e se iluminar, e que deve começar já a exercer e a contagiar e a descanar e a nada a felicidade suprema, o poder da luz da centelha da vida que temos em comum, o que permite a universal e a cidade, que é o nosso riqueza cósmica. Foram estes os princípios deste símbolo que fizemos em 2020 na hora da
Each one of us should spread the good news to each one's nation, that a new era is about to begin, and that everyone should believe in personal peace, interpersonal and world peace, inserted in the grand cosmic peace. Each person should know that they can always act with kindness and solidarity, and that the true sages should influence the world and lead spirituality in a visible way. Each one should know that they have inside themselves the power to be happy and that they should start now to exert it and to transmit it to others in the Chintamani of Ananda, the supreme happiness. It is the power of the light, of the divine spark. It is what we have in common. It's what allows the universal diversity, which is a cosmic well. These were the principles, and this was the symbol that we have proposed in 2001 to the United Nations and UNESCO.
Para terminar, eu gostaria de partilhar convosco. Se ama, somos um. Todos somos iguais, logo todos podemos amar. Então, participamos numa atividade para multiplicar esse amor. Porque a verdadeira dimensão humana é a dimensão cósmica, assim foi claro, e assim fica iluminado.
To end, I have a secret to share with you. If I love, therefore, I am divine. And we are all divine. Therefore, we all should love. That is the purpose of humanity, to multiply that love. Because the true human dimension is the cosmic dimension. So it was revealed to us. With humility, I convey to you. I propose to you that in your lives you sing and meditate.
Light and love for everyone. World change. I would like to thank all our schools.
Doctor took care of Guruji a minute ago, right after he had the accident, and the acknowledgement must be done. We must thank. Gratitude is nowadays something very rare. I apologize, but I will have to leave.
Thank you very much. This is just a blessing for me. It is the sun and the energy that we equally assist the sun in getting our development assisting in diversifying and uniting this necessity for welfare of each and every one of us. It was only a blessing for me to be here today with the help of all the organizers. Thank you very much.
that because all of you from there. Because today I like to just do a small introduction. Normally they call us Sama and Sama, but in short, my name is, the full name, actual name, birth name is Shanmugan. It's very long. So my friends used to call me Sam. So they cut it short, they cut a Sakti, join together, it becomes Samadhi. So they Samadhi us for everything. So why I always, most of the time, Amma is the one talking because Shiva is always quiet and meditating. Bhakti is the one moving around, running, doing the talking. Most of the, I wouldn't say in a bad way, but the noises. So I would like to hand over the mic so she can continue whatever. Then after that, then we have a special dedication to everybody. I wish that everybody stays back and enjoy it.
Hari Om. Namaskar to everyone. And special thanks to Dr. Yogendra and Dr. Karthikeyan and all divine devotees who are present here. Divine, lovely brothers and sisters in the shared path of oneness. Swamiji did an introduction, very beautiful. In nature itself, Shanmuga, Adi, you kite shot, you have pet names. Sam Adi becomes Samadhi. So, you guys should remember us by the tag name Samadhi. So, I don't want to this is my first ever experience in a big, wonderful conference. I'm proud to be on sharing the stage with all these beautiful. Usually, I'm doing workshops and meditations and programs for Dr. Yogendra and World United to believe in Amma Adishakti and Shanmuga. It's a great honor. Let me tell you why. My beloved Guruji, Mahavadar Babaji, to me, it was told many years back, through experience that I went, that I received message that in year 2012, you both shall serve, even bigger way. So we were thinking, it's like, okay, we are doing our work. Amen. Little did I know, if the world united, is the great energy behind it. The brain behind it is our beloved, our Jagat Guru, beloved Mahavadar. You see, there's so many children. I'm honoring all the masters and swamis and in the stage. And we're still little children, we are learning, by the way. We are students of the heart and simply I just want to do some dedication. I know the title says here, inner enemies to physical immortality. Physical immortality, what does that mean? I have to be very careful. I'm still mortal. You can still see me. It's more in the inner. So in the inner negative notion of it, that how we go to it, the end of the day, all the days that I've been here, but I've been three major keywords that Babaji across the board of us is to observe, acknowledge and surrender. Observe everything. Acknowledge everything. And surrender to everything. Good, bad and ugly doesn't matter. Never distinguish that this is good or this is bad or ugly, but observe it as it is, acknowledge it as it is, and surrender to it. Then you will know. Like what the sister said, I truly resonate with everybody. Now it's my turn to sing the class. See, in our ancient tradition, all the devis and all the lovely divine mothers who are sitting here, everybody, whether you're male, female, living, without, everything. Tulasi Puja has been there. You recite Tulasi mantra to the plants, correct? And outer Surya was talked about today. Inner Surya within us. The Chandra Nadi and breath. All the past few days, all the beloved divine brothers and sisters, what we all have been learning here is that breath is the ultimate. Breath is everything. Without this breath, we are nothing. So the real immortality is in the breath action. Because the breath is the one that never goes stale. It is always as it is. The how to overcome inner negativity, our ancient Siddhas did it very beautifully. They did not complicate things. They kept it as it is. But we, as we grew up, there were so many flavors which is wrong, which is great also. But there's also this possibility. So likewise, it is a blessing for me to be here and sharing again with beautiful soul sisters here. This brought tears to my eyes, I should. And the plants were singing, my God. Imagine these plants sing so beautifully than all of our yaks in the mind. We are going off. Naturally, we are emitting so much, and yet, why are we not using the breath of ours to sing greatness and emit the greatness out here? So, I understood yesterday's talk, so many speakers, so I couldn't get their names very clearly. But whatever it is, remember them in the shared breath of oneness, of brothers and sisters, to understand that everybody has a gift to share. So, I was asking myself, what is my gift here? Why am I here, Babaji? Tell me. Your gift is a householder that comes from. You see, this is what a wife does always. Stay with me. Householders, we have two children. Babaji told you show to the world, being a grahastya, you can still do it. There's no such thing that you have to be only a sannyasi to do it. So Babaji selected, maybe these two goods here to present. In a good way, jokingly. See, I'm very like a child, I like to play a lot. In fact, I'm surprised with myself that I stood still for that long then. I am like running around, playing, teaching people. That's what I am. So it's like I was telling myself that Amnananda, I should thank Amnananda here. Because if not for him, I would not have been here. Through Babaji, I came here through his form. So like that, we being householders, we are showing the balance of Shakti energy. We are also bringing the balance of how in the family bringing up such children in that environment. With their teachings, what Mahavata, great ancient yogis, our Jagat Guru who just left, amazing Guru that I also adore to my heart. Since I met him here, this is the first time I'm seeing him in person. Well, yoga talks about yoga, ancient roots of yoga, and some are gifted to bend their body very flexibly. So some are not. So through the breath, there can be flexibility also. That's how great Kriya Yoga is. Through the breath, find bhakti, mantra, pranayama, asana, dhyana, but if one practices the breath, through the breath, everything raises. So again presenting here. I know we are running out of time, but I hope I get enough time to present what I want to present. So I humbly ask all brothers and sisters to open up your palm, sit straight if you can, to receive what I'm about to do. Not channel, I'm going to allow Mata, Pratingra Devi and Mahavata Babaji's Grace, pass whatever I can, whatever that's happening spontaneously for you guys to receive through the breath. Just like all these plants sang for you now. Using the breath, how the mantras get into your being and how you feel the vibration. You need to understand that later I'll share what Babaji is asking to share. So first I would like to start the chant. And by that, we are here to serve each and every individual soul. We pranam to your Jodi. Well, we have a foundation called Ekatvam Foundation. It means the oneness. Ekatvam means oneness. And we are not having big ashrams. Because Mataji told us, ashrams are so many in your hearts, that's where the ashram is. And we are supposed to light the Jodi. And by serving every individual, we are serving the ashram. That's our journey. Wherever we are called, that's a service to us. We are here as simple seva people to serve, and we want to thank all humility and humbleness that each one of you giving your time here. It means to us a lot. You know why? You are sitting here with your temple. It gives us a great opportunity to serve into your temple. To give you prasad, to clean up your ashram, to put flowers at your feet, to Hridaya Padma, to light the jyoti inside of you. Now who can get this darshan every day, tell me? If I can get this darshan every day, it's very, very beautiful. And I invite everybody to do this darshan to yourself and others, just like you in fellowship of brotherhood and sisterhood. We share breath of oneness. Right? So. Informations of the breath movement inside, how it moves, how the lingam inside works, and people can receive it, or whoever beloved brothers and sisters can receive it. So that is the gift that was given to me when I understood many years. And all the challenges and the hurdles that we crossed through. But always, I understand that there are so many speaking engagements here. We want to bring the experience here so by not speaking, but speaking in a different way. It's not like the tongues are singing is not. So, in that, overcoming inner negativities through the breath, as practicing the breath, this is how we overcome our inner negativity from physical immortality. Yeah? You will become such a light being. Any mantra it can be, even it can be I love you, I love you, I love you mantra. It can be any religion, any caste, any creed it can be. But if you convict yourself, this is what you want, this is what you should achieve, you are breaking all of it and you are very willing to do it. It's the greater gift you can give to yourself, trusting yourself, giving love to yourself. I decided this is what I should do, and I shall overcome my breath to understand my breath, to be in my breath, to be in my truth, to share what is supposed to be. Likewise, one example of it. People have asked me, I'm just sharing one experience that I had in the US during my program. The philosopher asked me, please explain to me, what is mantra, yantra, tantra? And the guy told me, he's quite aged. He was about 60 plus. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't know what to answer. And he said, I have asked Swami, Swami Rama. He has given me thesis on it. And I've asked Maharishi Mahesh Yogi as well. See, he's much more spiritually enlightened than me. And I was thinking, oh my God, I'm just a small bride coming here to share what I know. He's asking me for a moment and tell it first. My fear stepped in. False evidence appearing real. And I said, no. If I were to trust in Babaji, then they would take hold. Why should I let my ego even as fear come in? So let it go. And I prayed to Babaji, the mother. And what happened was I started sharing. 3 minutes. 1 minute. What is mantra? And everybody is talking about mantra. You cannot get it. I'm not here to make you believe. You believe in yourself. But to understand the dynamics, how it works inside of you. Mantra, yantra, tantra. The ancient rishis already put that out already through the Vedas and everything. What is mantra? For example, right now, my throat is right. I'm telling my brain is the signal is going. I'm thirsty. Signal. It's a mantra within you. Brain signals receive the mantra. What would your mind do now? Will start to imagine a whole glass of Coca-Cola or thumbs up with ice cream. So yantra forms within you through the waves of the mantra. I'm thirsty. Swirling energies. You wanna whole icy water. You drink the icy water, but your brain tells you, walk to the fridge, open the fridge, take the bottle of thumbs up, pour it in a cup and drink. That's tantra methodology, application. So, what is that? Mantra, yantra, tantra was my explanation. See, it is very simple. I am thirsty. You create it. You get a glass of water, then why go to temple and say, you never give me what I want in life. The temple within in the breath you have to watch it. Yes. So, we have 5 more minutes, I am told. I'll try to keep time my best. In these 5 minutes, I really want everybody to erect your back and skip. And you can put your hand. Yes. Now, this mantra that I am going to sing to you, you can capture it in your heart and your thinking, just like I say, mantra, yantra. There's 5 syllables, it is not even just a mantra. It is actually the sound waves of your breath. What happens is when you give these intonations, like what these plants do, it's proven here already, right here in this stage. I'm sure you are not that extra insensitive than a plant. We are human beings, we should be. Capability is more, correct? So, we have to remember, Na, Ma, Si, Va, Ya. Great Siddha Tirumular has already broken the code of breath and gave it into the Siddha Tirumula mantra as into 5 permutations. Now, in our personal experience, we have done this mantra sadhana. Practice makes perfect. See, I'm sure all brothers and sisters are gathered here once are tips on how to practice it. There are so many tips that we given. This is not just the tip, this is the breath that we are giving to you. Feel free to use it and meditate upon. You don't have to say it or sing it like, no, I'm doing it now. It's for the giving purpose we are doing. But you can meditate and move your breath in such a way that rather than meditating, you are naturally breathing in such a way from the belly to the body. It moves, it clears, it communicates, it transforms, it transmutes, just like Didi to a immortal stage. Yes? So, this is how it goes. I will recite it 3 times. Palms facing open. Back straight, please. Can play below the sides. Sivaya Namaya Navasima Mavaya Nasi No, very small. All.